Good day, sir. I am Mark Anthony Siabog, BSMT 3rd year. This is my video presentation for semi-final. The duties and responsibilities to carry out while navigating. A deck officer assigned with the duties of watch keeping and navigating on a ship's bridge is known as the officer on watch. While keeping a watch on the bridge, he is the representative of a shipmaster and has the total responsibility of safe and smooth navigation of the ship. He is also in charge of the bridge team, which is here to support him in the navigational process. He is also responsible to ensure that the ship complies with all regs and all the orders of the master are followed with utmost safety under all conditions. The duties and responsibilities to carry out while working on deck. The deck crew is in charge with the vessel navigation, watchkeeping, maintaining the ship's hull, cargo, gear, and accommodation, taking care of the ship's life-saving and firefighting appliances. The deck department is also the one in charge with receiving, discharging, and carrying for cargo. The duties and responsibilities to carry out while cargo operation. Equipment. Having obtained the details of tonnage of cargo from the manifest, the chief officer would develop an appropriate loading plan for the ship to give and hold distribution of the cargo to allow multiple hatch discharge. The chief officer would carry out a ship stability assessment taking into account the appropriate tonnage together with bunker capacity, store, and ballast arrangement. This assessment would be expected to confirm an appropriate GM for the vessel and ensure that the vessel does not infringe long line regulation while on passage. Anchorage. Anchoring is one of the many important operations coming under the responsibility of deck officer. It involves the use of critical shipboard equipment and requires high level of situational awareness. The key responsibility of the deck office at an anchor station is to use the anchoring machinery and available manpower for carrying out the operation safely and efficiently in accordance with the master's instruction. Here are a few procedures for watchkeeping at the anchorage. Follow the master's standing orders. Orders are followed to prevent any anomaly or to maintain a set grade of performance. The master puts faith in the officer when saying, "Call me if we end up," and expect the officer to do so if required and in simple time. Docking. Bringing a boat to the wharf should be done with great care. In preparation for docking, before the boat is brought to the wharf, fenders must be beams over the sides at a height that gives maximum protection to the heel. The lines for the tender should be secured using a nut that permits easy adjustment. The best nut to use in the club hitch. It should always be locked with half hitch once the final adjustment has been made to the height. The keel should be handy bolt for aft and with one end firmly attached to a sheet on board. The strength and direction of both wind and current shall be estimated to determine which is likely to have the greater effect. Step by step on how to dock the boat properly. Wind is blowing towards the dock. Approve the dock of some space so that the dock is not going to be close to the boat. Approve the dock at a slow speed. Once you get close to the dock, apply some reversing power to stop the boat. Allow the wind and or current to slowly drift you into your parking spot. Wrap your line around the dock cleat to secure your boat. Wind is blowing away from the dock. Approach the dock with your boat at an angle. Approach the dock at slow speed. Wrap your line around the dock cleat to secure your boat. Docking and mooring. Factors for effective docking and mooring. Preparation. When you approach the dock slowly, you speed secure fenders on the docking side and ready the docking lines. Traffic. If you are headed to Marina with limited docking station, you will have to wait until station open up. Wind and current. The direction of wind, the flow of water current have huge impact on docking. At your back. If the wind is at your back, you should approach the dock at a shallow angle, 10 to 20, and then stop the boat in order to allow the wind to drift the boat into the deck. Undocking. Undocking means the reverse process to bring the vessel out the dry dock duty flooding dry dock and pulling the vessel out of duty dock. It is extremely important to maintain a checklist of things and procedure to be done before undocking and not to miss any hitch ports which will lead to delay in undocking. All department in charge in change to confirm that reverse assignment under the department are completed successful with tests and survey are carried out. Check Impress Current Catholic Protective System ICCP another all fitted in position and cover removed. Check all double button tank plugs are secured. Check all C inlets and C chest granting are fitted. Bunkering. In the shipping industry, the word bunker is used for fuel and lube oils which are stored on a ship and used for machinery operation only. If a vessel is carrying marine fuel or lube oil to discharge it to another port, it will not be called bunker. If the vessel or truck is carrying it to transfer to another ship for using in its machinery, it will be termed as bunker, and the operation performed to transport the oil is known as bunkering. Before any transfer of product is undertaken, the officer must confirm the following items with the person in charge of barge terminal bunkering. Each will sign the form to acknowledge pumping date, quantity of and type of stock to be transferred, initial transfer rate, maximum transfer pressure, maximum transfer rate, anticipated stoppage time, host condition, are scupper plugs in place, methods of sampling to be agreed. What are the duties of officer on watch when pilot is on board ship? The pilot's presence on board is for added vigilance and not as substitute. The master remains the sole skipper and the last word of every matter. The master remains responsible for the vessel in her safe navigation, and any incident does not exonerate him from blame. When in doubt of the pilot's efficiency, he may choose to take over the handling of the vessel. It is important that the office on watch assists the master duly with the expected vigilance and fulfills his duty, which includes the following. Prior to pilot boarding, determine the correct expected time of arrival to pilot with the BTS on the VHF. It is important to know the exact time of arrival and adhere to schedule, log all communications. Master pilot exchange forms prepaid. Inform the engine control of the arrival time. Hoist the pilot flag. Pilot on board. After unshearing in the pilot, once pleasantries have been exchanged with the master, it is generally the pilot who goes to instruct the helmsman about the course of action. Any specific operational requirement by the pilot, so as long as the master approved, is to be provided for. All the important navigational marks should be noted down in the ship maneuvering book correspondent to the chart. Ensure that the pilot duty signs all of the required forms. Needless to say, it is also required to get the master signature on all of them. Pilot away. As a matter of extending courtesy, the pilot is ushered out as he is ushered in. Once the forms are assigned and all the other paperwork has been completed, the officer on watch should ensure the pilot exits safely. It is advisable to inform the crew at a bit in advance so that may have the combination ladder rate on the required side. As is with boarding the vessel, all safety measures should be adhered to. The entire process of pilot embarking and disembarking is rather simply yet risky. Risky for the crew, for rigging the pilot ladder and gangway is clear exposure to harm, especially in older vessel. The officer on watch should be vigilant that all safe working practices are strictly followed. Pilotage is a great experience for a cadet. It's possible and deemed appropriate by the master. The cadet out to be made a part of the operation. The pilot might be part of the bridge team. Any error on behalf of the pilot does not exonerate the master from his responsibilities. The officer on watch should assist the master in having a trouble pre-pilotage. That's all, sir. Thank you for watching.